Hey everyone, it's me, and I'm back for Tharencrest episode 4. In this episode, I kept it light and I built a chapel and an orphanage. What a pretty good combination, right? But anyways, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Let's jump straight into the intro and on to the time lapse. Okay everybody, so to begin, I would like to thank everyone for their continued support of the channel. The audience is still on an upward trend, which is all fine and everything, but mainly I wanted to say to this community, pretty much like y'all have gotten me through some really difficult times, and I wouldn't be where I am today without y'all, so thank you so much for being absolutely awesome. Now, that's enough of my sappy monologuing. Since this may be the last episode for Tharencrest, I really wanted these two buildings to look really awesome. First off, I built the orphanage, which will house a good bit of kids, and is settled on the farther end of the town. In this particular setting, the orphans are gathered from families in which the parents have passed in war, during childbirth, or from diseases, or like anything like that. Now, Tharencrest does not treat its orphans with disdain, and they are certainly not looked down upon. From the early beginnings, the Church of Tharencrest instilled in the townspeople that the children could help with daily affairs and could learn skills that may help lift them from poverty and into a decent living. Because of this, many of the orphans learn how to hunt, they train as a blacksmith or other skills, while the church instills strict discipline for their moral and spiritual well-being. The church that trains these orphans and guides the town as a whole is situated above the town and is surrounded by the Withertop Mountains. I decided to build the chapel in a not-so-traditional style because this town is unique in its own right, and I wanted the church to reflect that. I mainly used various stones to build the overall structure with a very few small sections of wood comprising the second story. Now I also used separate types of roofing material to give the build a stark contrast against the lighter stone, which I think came out really well. Now this church teaches the religion of Untethra, which encourages all people to be mindful of living things both big and small. Their beliefs have spread across the continent of Yurn, but are more prevalent in the northwestern portions within the range of the Withertop Mountains. Various locations of the church can be seen, usually built within the mountains, as their leaders wish to be as close to the earth as they can be. Their belief in respecting living things is the main driving force of the orphanage, and one of the root causes of comfortability inside Tharencrest. If an orphan cannot learn a trade or skill by the time of maturity, the church will take them in and teach them the ways of Untethra so they can provide support for the church. This support can include many things like cleaning, maintenance, things like that, but it can also consist of leaving Tharencrest and adventuring to unreached cities to spread their beliefs so others may also join. Nonetheless, the church plays a vital role in the economic and religious benefits that Tharencrest greatly enjoys. Without them, Tharencrest would still be a decent town, but nothing to how it currently stands. And with this, my little history lesson into the town is over, and it's time for some relaxing music. So without further ado, get ready for some peaceful tunes. left off in the last episode with the tannery, and I just wanted to bring you up to the orphanage right off the bat. So as you can see here, this path is still wrapping around. I may do something over there, I'm still not sure, but anyways, this is the orphanage itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a quick turn around in it, and then we're going to go on the inside. So right off the bat, you have the back, and they are growing some potatoes. Everybody loves potatoes. They're delicious, they're cheap, and they're easy to grow. So once again, we just have a little bit of decoration in the back. And of course, we have some other plants growing here, as well as some onions and herbs and things like that drying out. So I still like this design. We had it like way back over there, but I still liked it, so I put it back in. Now, I did want to show, I tried to make some puddles. This is actually supposed to be like mud, and like you step in the puddle as you're walking around. So I just thought it was a really cool technique. We have a few of them kind of all over the place, but this is the orphanage, and as you can see here, it's going to be pretty big, and it's laid out kind of weird, but I do like it. So right off the bat, we have the small kitchen area, a big pretty much like stovetop, really and truly, to feed everybody. And then we have the table, very basic, very clean, nothing really to it. And then some ingredients and stuff like that on the shelves. Now, of course, we have the support beams above, and then of course we have the bedroom. Now, obviously we have 5 beds, and you can say like each of these would fit 1 to 2 kids depending on how old they are. And their size in general. So, we have lots of like toys, some boots, books, just stuff like that, kind of all over the place, kind of littering this whole area to make it look a little bit more lively and make it look really, really good. So anyways, that's the orphanage. It's nothing too insane, but I do like it. But my favorite part is of course the church. So what I'd like to do is go up here, and we'll get through all these puddles, and we will make our way up this winding path through the gateway into the church. And right off the bat, what you can do before we go in here, I wanted to show you all this. So going up the left hand side, you can also go up the mountain, and there's this small little dining area where you could go out and enjoy the sun, enjoy the afternoon, and just eat. Okay, like it's just a nice peaceful view, really and truly, at the end of the day. And I just wanted this to be kind of like the not meditation area, but just a relaxation area. Okay. And then if we're going to go down here, there is yet another one right here. So once again, they can sit, they can relax, they can chill. What I did is I actually took the apple block and I added it to these trees here. So they look like apple trees, I thought that was a nifty little touch there. It almost looks like Christmas ornaments, but I guess it is what it is. To me, they are apples, and I think they look really, really cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the church. And right here, you can walk in, and you can see it right there. I mean, to me, I think this is a beautiful but simple layout. If you're coming in through the back, you can see here, almost picturesque. And like I said, I mean, it just looks really cool. So right here, we have some mats in which they would bathe, like not like a baptism, but they would like bathe their hands, bathe their face before service. And that way, if you're not clean already, if you're coming in from a hard day of work, then you are clean and you are good to go and you can listen. So up here is of course the actual like lectern, and that's where they would house and speak. And of course here we just have some basic tables, some books, some chests, just things like that for decoration, kind of all over the place. I do like the framing of the roof, and then like kind of the arches and things like that. I just think it looks really, really cool. I really do like that design, even though it's super simple. I think it looks really cool. And of course we have the stained glass over there. So what we'll do now, if I can get around, we will cut up and go check out some stuff. So of course we have the stairway, and it's a 1 block twisty turny stairway. Most people don't like these, but I love them, and we're about to go up there in just a second. But this is going to be the actual bedroom for the members of the church or the priest. And just like I said, if there's an orphan or whatever, if they've reached the age of maturity and they don't have a skill, they would also come live up here. Now, obviously I only put in 4 beds because I don't have a lot of room. I could put them all side by side, but that would just look terrible in my opinion. So all of them have a chest for personal belongings. All of them have a dresser, and there's some food items and some basic stuff all right here, as well as some papers. Now that they both kind of glitched out. I'm not sure why, but you know, there you go. I don't know why they glitch out like that, but that's okay. But yeah, it's just like I said, small little simple area. I like it a lot. It's kind of cozy in almost like a depressing way, if that makes any sense. And then as we go up the stairs again, we have the actual balconies. So this is the cool part because, you know, obviously you can see out. There's a big wall that stretches across the whole area. And if I'm going to do something kind of crazy and put my render distance up to 64, we should be able to see the College of Aslung that is still in construction, and you can see a part of Aslung. So obviously this is a really cool view from here. I just think that looks really awesome, and pretty nifty, all considering. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Let me drop this back down so I can get regular frames again, because that automatically hurt me. And another thing I just wanted to show you guys before the end of this video, let me refresh, there we go. It's just all these different sections of plant growth, herbs, things like that. So like right here, you know, you see we have a small little pond, you know, with some overgrowth here, same kind of thing. I did put some fish in there, but they despawned whenever I loaded up the world, so don't know why. But on top of this small meditation area, there is this whole just beautiful scenery. This is a multi-layered. This is definitely taken from more of like a Japanese culture, but at the same time, I think it looks really cool. We have some rice growing. We just have some growth and some life all in this area. I think it's a beautiful spot to surround the church with that. And I think it just came out really, really well. So that's pretty much it. So, you know, we have Tharencrest as a whole. This is what it looks like, and I think it came out really well. Like I said, I might build one or two more things. I'm not 100% sure, but if you have any ideas that I could add in, maybe just kind of in this outer area to finish it off, just let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to know what I could build here and how I could have that fixed up. So anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for having patience. I did take a little bit of a break, and of course I'm putting out some vanilla builds, but it's because I'm trying to stay creative and I'm trying not to become stale in my presentation and in my builds and things like that. So in order to do that, you got to try out new things. But anyways, this is of course the Legendary Porpoise. Thank y'all once again for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends, comment, all that good stuff that everyone on YouTube asks you to do. But this is the Legendary Porpoise signing off. Thank you so much. I hope all of you have a good day and happy gaming.